Good morning, students. Today, in our social science class, we are going to start our new chapter, Working of the Institution. Children, welcome back after your Diwali holidays. In this chapter, we are going to study about the democracy and how the democracy work in the institution. In a democracy, the rulers have to work with and within institution. In this process, they come across three institutions that play a key role in major decision. These institutions are legislature, executive, and judiciary. In this chapter, we will understand how the institutions together carry on the work of the government. The major topics in this chapter are Office Memorandum, Mundal Commission, oppositions against the Mundal Commission, political institutions, Parliament and two houses of Parliament, executives, and judiciary. Now, first we are going to start with Mundal Commission. Now, what is Mundal Commission? The Government of India had appointed the Second Backward Classes Commission in 1979. It was headed by B.P. Mundal, so it is popularly called the Mundal Commission. It was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommended steps to be taken for their advancement. Children, here they are saying that in 1979, the Government of India had appointed a commission to improve the conditions of the second backward classes of our country. And this commission was headed by B.P. Mundal. So it is called Mundal Commission. The commission gave its report in 1980 and made many recommendations. That means they made many changes that is needed in the constitution for the upliftment of the backward classes. On these, one of these was 27% of government jobs be reserved for the socially and economically backward classes. That means the bill was passed and according to which 27% seats should be reserved for these classes. The benefits of jobs reservations extended from SC to ST and to third category called SEBC introduced. These reports and recommendations were discussed in the parliament. Matlab, all the things that has to be included in this commission was first discussed between the two houses Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in the parliament. These reports and commissions were discussed first in parliament. Many parties and parliaments kept demanding for the implementation of the demands. That means whatever the demands were given in the commission, many parties of the parliament and the many members of the parliament, they said that many more implementations should be made. In 1989, the Lok Sabha election, the Janata Dal Party promised that if they will get a chance to form the government, they would implement the demands. That means when election took place of Lok Sabha in 1989, the Janata Dal, they promised that if they win the election, whatever the demands are asked, they will implement it. That means they will follow it. Janata Dal formed the government. After the election, Janata Dal party was victorious and they formed the government. Its leader, VP Singh, became the first prime minister and took different measures for to implement the commission report. Finally, it was implemented. Official Memorandum OM number 36012/31/90 was born on April 1990. That means whatever the demands were added, they were implemented by the Mundal Commission. Now, when this commission demands were passed and people came to know about it, what was the reaction of the people? It was mostly hotly debated issue in the country. Now that means each and every person they began to discuss what the demands were implemented. Newspapers and magazines were full of different views and opposition opinions related with this issue. It led protest, counter protest, some of became violent. It affected thousands of job opportunities. Some felt that people of inequality, the reservation is very important. Though this those communities can reach at the top of the society. Here children, what they are trying to say that when these demands were implemented, people came to know about it. Many people were in favor of these and many were of the against. They did not want that this much of the reservation should be given to these classes. Others felt that it would make inequality in opportunity. That means those who are capable and they are not getting the job, and those who are not capable but because of reservation they will get the jobs. They would deny jobs even though they could be more qualified. Some of them consider that it would make hamper in the nation unity. That means people will start fighting with each other and it will disturb the national unity. Some persons and association opposed this and filed the case in the court. The Supreme Court of India bunched all these cases together. This case was known as Indra Sahani and other versus Union of Indian case. 11 judges of Supreme Court heard the argument of both sides. By a majority, the judge in 1992 declared that this order of the government was valid and asked the government to modify its original orders. It said that well to do persons from the backward classes should be excluded from getting reservations. The Department of Personal Training issued another office memorandum on September 1993. Now, in this, we have learned that how to for the upliftment of the backward classes, a memorandum was passed and what issues raised after the pass of this memorandum, how the people reacted. But our government wanted that some reservations should be made for the upliftment of the backward classes so that they can get the opportunity to come forward. Now children, after that we have next topic, that is what do you mean by political institutions? In India, the political institutions are arranging and carrying all the tasks of the country. In modern democracy, these arrangements are known as institutions. That means in our country, some political institutions they have taken the responsibility to run the country. And in modern democracy, these institutions These political institutions are known as institutions. Working with institutions are not easy. It has lot of rules and regulations. That means those who are working in these institutions, they have to follow all the rules and regulations, whatever is written in the constitution. This can bind the hands of the leader, and when the rules and regulations are there, that means the leaders cannot do whatever they want. Institutions involve meetings, committees, and routines. This often leads to delay and complications. That means they are saying that meetings are held, committees are set up, and certain routines are set up to solve a particular problem. That is why, so at some times, the decision is sometimes delayed and sometimes it is complicated. That means people does not approve altogether. Some of the delays and complications are very useful. They provide an opportunity for a wider set of people to be consulted in any decisions. And it is said that when delay take place, complications take place, many more ideas are given by the people to solve the problem. In our country, there are three important political institutions: Parliament or legislative, where the Prime Minister and the Cabinet Ministers take all important policy decisions. After that come the executives, in which the civil servants working together are responsible for taking steps to implement the minister's decisions. That means whatever the decisions are taken by the Prime Minister and the Cabinet Ministers, they are the people who work to implement how it should be followed in the country. And after that, we have judiciary, Supreme Court. It is an institution where disputes between citizens and the governments are finally settled. Where if a dispute is on a particular topic, on a particular issue, then Supreme Court, such institution, is responsible to solve the dispute between the citizens and the government. Children, hope you have understood it. Thank you.